Hello class, let's take a look at week 4 assignments for CIT 15, and I'm in Canvas right now, and you can see right in the center of my screen I have week 4 and Canvas. Assignments due 9 p.m. Saturday. So this video is the overview right now. You're going to have a chapter to read in your Tech in Action book, your ebook, and to accompany that chapter you'll have an audio PowerPoint and the actual study guide questions that I can ask you for a quiz you'll see in 4 weeks. You'll also have an extra credit Saturday sharing item. I recommend you did it. I hope you do that this week. Hopefully you did the first one on DEI. It's extra credit, extra points, and students seem to like that. At least I'm told that. So, and then you'll have a chapter in, now we're doing Microsoft Word, and there'll be 4 total chapters, but we're just doing chapter 1 this week. So let's look at your Tech in Action book, and here it is right here. I'll click on the link. You'll go and be redirected to Pearson Plus, which is the same logon as my T-Lab. And of course, when you go into the book, I'm going to load it up. And here we go. Let's make sure we're in the right chapter by going to the table of contents. Here it is, and let's go and see what it's about. Well, it's looking at computers and how computers work. And actually, this is one of the test questions. What are the 4 steps a computer goes through? You know, input, processing, output, and store. So it's really quite handy. But what are some of the concepts in total you'll see? So let me look at, let's see, let me find it here. My Word doc. These are the objectives for Chapter 2. And it talks about, you know, the 4 main functions that I just showed you in the ebook. They talk about how data is represented and captured in bits and bytes. And that's one of the questions, in which is the smallest piece of information. Is it a bit or a byte? Well, a byte is comprised of 8 bits. Different types of computers. You know, some of the components you know about, like keyboards and mice, and you know, what does the sound? There's a sound card that used to be a separate card in computers. Now it's integrated into the motherboard. You'll learn a little bit about the video. Different types of printers. You know, some of the main, you know, the powerful components on a computer have to do with the motherboard and the central processing unit, the CPU in the computer. And we're hearing more about GPUs now. Those are graphical processing unit, and video cards now that we're doing more video and streaming and content creating and so forth. You'll look at the back of the computer. You'll look at the different ports like USB-C and HDMI for video and things like that, and learn about power consumption. Surprisingly, not surprisingly, the gaming computers have very large power supplies in them for desktop units. Mine is 650 watts. The basic budget desktop computers may only have a 250 watt power supply. So, and those last so long. I suspect you'll get 5 to 6 years out of a desktop computer. Maybe not as long on a laptop, but hopefully you'll find that handy. So let's now go back to, here we go. I brought you into the ebook, the PowerPoint. Go ahead and go through it. And you may want to look at the PowerPoint, the narrated audio PowerPoint first, and then go into the ebook. You also may want to glance at the study guide questions, because as you're reading the book, you'll come across an answer to those questions. So it's kind of a handy way to tag team those 2 types of resources for you. You'll have a Saturday sharing discussion topic, which is extra credit. It's the second one I'm doing. I don't do them every week. I don't do them during quiz weeks. And then you'll have finally an assignment, like I mentioned, Word in my T-Lab. So let's go into it. Now, I've already gone into it, so let me see if it's open. Here we go. If you hadn't logged in, you'll have to log in first, and then you'll get to the assignment screen, and you'll get to week 4, which is right here, Word training and Word assessments. And remember what I mentioned earlier in our video for week 2 for Windows 10, that Word training gives you what's called learning aids to help you through the assignment, right? Well, where is that? Let's just jump into it and take a look at it real quick. You'll see kind of a table of contents as it loads up here in a minute. Then I'll launch it. I'm going to show you where it is so you do remember. When you're in the training, you know, because you'll be clicking on things and menus and things like that, it's important that you maximize your screen, right? And if you get stuck on an assignment, now it's because I maximize it for some reason, my directions are down at the bottom. And it wants me to open a W01H1 cover located in the Documents folder. Now, if I don't know how to do that, there's a learning aid to walk you through it, right? Okay, so let me get out of that. I showed that to you so you can see it. After you do the training, again, you'll complete that. You'll see a score, but I don't count your training scores. Then you'll go into the word assessment where there are no learning aids. But if you get stuck, remember what I said for the Windows 10 assignments, you will just save where you are, go back into the training, relearn that skill, and then you'll be fine. So getting back to my T-Lab, let me back into this. And if you get done, if you get done with all the week 4 assignments, you're always able to jump ahead and look at the reading for chapter 6. Chapter 6 also talks about hardware. And so those two chapters kind of blend well together. And the weeks 6 and 7, we'll be talking about software in our chapters. But this week and next week, we're talking about hardware. So I hope that helps. If you have questions, always get a hold of me, email me, let me know, and I'll see you down the road.